Say you're eating an ice cream cone, and I ask you what the flavor is. What would you say? Well, chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, these are all familiar flavors. But what if I ask you what it tastes like? How is that different? Flavor is actually our overall impression of the food, and our brains arrive at the impression of the flavor by smelling it, tasting it, and even feeling the texture of it in our mouths. Taste is just what our tongue picks up. Experts agree that there are 5 basic tastes our taste buds can recognize: sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and umami. So in the case of the ice cream cone, you might say, it tastes sweet and the flavor is chocolate. There is a common misconception that there are specific areas on your tongue where you can sense the different tastes, but the truth is that you can actually taste all tastes on all parts of your tongue. In order to detect the tastes, you need moisture in your mouth, like the saliva that is naturally occurring. Try putting a little bit of salt or sugar on your dry tongue and see if you can detect the taste. Now take a sip of water and try again. Do you taste the difference? Now let's dive a little deeper and take a closer look at each of the 5 tastes. We're all familiar with sweet, right? Is it your favorite taste? Well, one reason that may be is because sweetness actually triggers our brains to release endorphins, making us feel happy. But too much sweetness can be overwhelming to our taste buds and to our bodies. For example, if you've ever experienced what they call a sugar crash, when you get sleepy after eating tons of candy. Sweet recipes are often best when they include some of the other tastes to balance the sweetness. Dessert recipes are often improved by adding a pinch of salt. This is why so many people love salted caramel sauce over ice cream. A hint of sweetness can also add complexity to savory recipes. Mexican moles and chilies often use chocolate to brighten the flavors of the dish and counterbalance the spiciness. Salt brings out the flavor of foods, and our taste buds love salt. It is one of the flavors we often crave. Just think about your favorite snack foods. Salt is a necessary ingredient in making every meal we eat tasty. Have you ever had a BLT sandwich? Imagine it without the salty bacon. When we're disappointed that our meal doesn't have enough flavor, all that is needed is a pinch of salt. On the other hand, adding too much salt can overwhelm and ruin a dish. When we think about sour ingredients, they all have a common trait: acidity. Mouth-puckering acidity we get from lemons and vinegar is also what can brighten and lighten recipes. Picture a Caesar salad with that delicious creamy dressing. A squeeze of lemon can really make the salad pop with flavor in your mouth. Bitter may be the taste we most have to get used to appreciate. Humans and animals are naturally suspicious of bitter flavors because bitterness can be a sign of food that is poisonous when found in the wild. But many bitter ingredients, like a variety of salad greens, vegetables, and nuts, actually have great health benefits. Bitterness is also important for balancing sweet flavors. Coffee is often added to chocolate desserts to balance the flavor, or served as a beverage alongside a sweet dessert. Umami might be the taste you are least familiar with. It is a Japanese word that means a pleasant, savory taste. Umami naturally occurs in foods that are rich in certain amino acids, predominantly glutamate. Umami flavors can also be developed using techniques like aging, drying, and curing. For example, Parmesan is an aged cheese that has great umami flavor. Sometimes umami is confused with salty, but it has a depth that goes beyond salt. Its role is to add a satisfying balance to a dish. Understanding each taste and how you use them to bring out and balance flavors is the key to being a good cook. It takes practice though, so get into your kitchen, experiment, and take notes. You will be the head chef of your house.